All right, today on Free Field Training, we're going to talk about 5 things that every cop needs that police departments just don't issue, or at least the vast majority of them don't issue. Now, I recently did a video called 5 investment quality pieces of police equipment that every cop needs to buy. Find a link for that right up there. And one of the comments on there was, hey, let's talk about the stuff that departments should be buying and issuing. A lot of us get almost everything issued to us. All the cool stuff, all the guns and radios and belts and uniform pants and all that gets issued out. So what is it for people that work in places where they get all of the cool stuff? What do they need to be more effective and be more comfortable on the job? So that's what we're going to look at today. Now, the number one thing for the 5 things that every cop needs that departments just don't issue has to be moisture wicking clothing. Whether you work up in the north where getting sweaty and then walking outside in the cold is going to make you really uncomfortable because it's going to make you really, really cold, or you work down in the south where you're going to sweat your butt off all day coming in and out of the air conditioning and never getting cooled off from being outside directing traffic for an hour in the heat, or if you live in the middle like me where sometimes it's really cold and other times it is hot as Hades, moisture wicking clothing is a huge advantage for law enforcement, especially when you're wearing polyester, dark uniforms, and it's hot out and you have to stand outside and you're wearing body armor. As important as body armor was in that 5 investment quality pieces of police equipment video, moisture wicking clothing is that important for keeping you safe and comfortable so you don't dehydrate and end up passing out. So there's a few things that I want to talk about with moisture wicking clothing. We have the old standby, of course, your Under Armour shirts. This one not so white anymore from wearing it at work, back when we used to wear white undershirts. But these things are great. They're the original moisture wicking clothing and get the moisture away from your body and out into the outer layers, and these dry really, really fast. Now there's a bunch of other companies that have come out of the market with similar things. 221B Tactical has the same type of moisture wicking t-shirt. And they make these in a variety of colors. They're the same thing, type of thing, where it's a compression shirt that's made of a modern fabric that wicks moisture away and allows it to evaporate very quickly, so you cool off faster and you stay dry when it's cold out, so you're not getting cold in the wintertime and you're not getting all sweaty and nasty and smelly in the summer, at least not nearly as much. Both of these are awesome undershirts to wear, but if you don't have the money for those, these all run, in $30 to $50 to $60 range. You don't have the money for those. There's cheaper companies like Champion that make shirts that you can get into this with, and you can test whether or not this is something that you're going to like, whether or not it's worth it. A lot of people aren't really interested in paying $300-$400 to get a moisture wicking shirt for every day of the week at work, but you can get into these for $15-$20, these just Champion shirts, and see whether or not it's worth it to you to buy a better quality moisture wicking shirt. Now there's a huge difference between Champion and between Under Armour and 221B. These are your very high-end versions. These are a lot more comfortable. These not as comfortable, but it'll let you see whether or not that moisture wicking will help you. Another way to look at moisture wicking clothing and ways to make yourself more comfortable when you're out on the street, especially if you're wearing body armor that doesn't have standoff mesh lining. That's a mesh lining that's got a little bit of open foam in it where it's going to keep the moisture from sticking and having the Kevlar cling to you. And that's 221B's little ventilation vests. These Max Dry vests, as they call them, what they do is they allow your body armor to sit a little bit off of your body. There's 3-dimensional mesh here. There isn't foam in the back. You can actually see through these vests you see there. But this 3-dimensional mesh allows air to flow in behind your vest. Now there's a bunch of companies that make this type of thing. This one seems to be the most comfortable of them for me. It doesn't create chafing points on your vest. And you can Velcro them onto the vest cover if you wear an external vest cover, and then you're not putting this on and then putting something else on and then putting other stuff on top. You just attach this to your existing vest and it stays with it, and you can take it out and wash it when you wash the carrier for your vest. It just stays attached on. It makes it easy to take on and off. A lot less work involved with using this. Next, when it comes to comfort, we have to talk about your back. If you're in law enforcement any length of time, unless you're going really, really, really light on the stuff you put on your duty belt, you're going to need one of two things. You're going to need suspenders, or you're going to need some sort of back medication, or you're going to see the chiropractor, or you're going to have to go get a massage every week. Most people develop some sort of back problems over the years in law enforcement. At least that's what I've seen. Everybody that I know at work at some point starts developing back problems. And if your department's requiring that you keep everything on your duty belt, you have a vest cover that's either slick or a vest that you're keeping underneath your uniform shirt, and all of that gear has to be kept on your belt, you need suspenders. And the best suspender brand that I've worked with, and you've seen in other videos, I've used a bunch of them, has been 911 gear, and specifically their tactical suspenders. Because I wear an external vest cover, the tactical suspenders work really well for me. They've got a lot of padding up on the shoulders that most suspenders don't have. It's actually nice, thick padding, and all of this, there's no sharp edges or anything. It's not hard plastic. It's all fabric material with a little bit of stretch on the back of it, so it keeps you comfortable. It doesn't create chafing points underneath your vest. These 911 gear suspenders are great. They're YKK attachment points. They're box stitched on all the edges. I haven't had any problems with these. I've given about 5 pairs of these out to friends of mine, and none of them have broke. Everybody says that they absolutely love these things. We're doing a giveaway on this video. Oh, did I mention we're doing a giveaway on this video? Because we're doing a giveaway on this video, and this is your first item for the giveaway, is these suspenders. Anybody in the US or Canada is eligible for the giveaway. We're giving away this pair of suspenders and a bunch of other gear that you're going to see on this video. So stick around to the end to see how you can enter. Another very important thing that you have to think about with being out on the street, and that the police departments just do not issue, is a cooler. And it's something that a lot of people don't get into until significantly later on in their career. They start off by going and eating garbage at, the stop and rob places and your greasy spoons in town, and eating at, fast food joints. A cooler will save you a bunch of money and a bunch of hassle of having to run more when you're at the gym. You can't outrun dessert, and if you pack your lunch in advance and you have a cooler with you, it can save you from eating junk food. It can save you a bunch of money because it's cheaper to buy food at the grocery store. And also, if you have a good cooler like this one, you can keep water and drinks and stuff in here, so that way you always have water on hand. You have cold water on hand. You can throw some Gatorade in here. It's got a big extra pocket up front that's not part of the inside of the cooler that allows you to keep just dry items. So if you want to keep granola bars and emergency snacks and stuff in here, you want to keep your wallet and stuff in here, so you keep your duty bag in your car and be able to just take this home. That's awesome, because you can just throw this in your car at the end of the day. You don't have to load and unload things out of the squad all the time. Inside this particular one, the reason I use this one at work is not only does it have a strap to go over the back seat of my car so it doesn't fly out and hit me in the face, it keeps it right up next to me at work. It's got a bucket on the inside, so even though I load my lunch and everything into this, and I freeze a Nalgene bottle and throw it in there, and I put some Blue Ice, those refillable packets, in here. If at work I get stuck on a 16-hour shift when it's 105 degrees outside, because it's got this bucket in here, I can fill it with normal ice that I can get from any of the local greasy spoons that, like me, fill this up with ice, or go to the truck stop and fill it up with ice, and then my cooler is going to continue working even when that Blue Ice is mostly melted. I love this cooler. There's going to be a link for it down in the description. You should check it out. This is the best one that I've found so far for work. It works really well for me. One thing that a lot of people who aren't in law enforcement don't realize about squads is everybody points to the performance characteristics of the squads and how well they brake and how well they corner and how much space they have inside and integration of lights and stuff like that. But there's lots of things on them that just even today you can make a squad that has things that no consumer would go without. And one of them that has been the bane of my existence since I found out that you didn't have to just listen to FM radio is the lack of an aux jack or a CD player or a cassette player, or pretty much any way you can take your tunes and put them through the radio. And I've gone through about 15 different solutions for this, little cheap FM transmitters from Amazon. The best one that I found so far is this little FM transmitter. It's called a KM18 Color. And how this works is you just plug it into your squad. Like, I have a 2017 Explorer, no aux jack, no Bluetooth, none of that crap. I've not been able to find anybody that can upgrade their radio to Bluetooth without, you know, getting in trouble at work. Haven't actually pulled the physical radio out. So you plug this in, and it comes with a, you know, 2 USB ports to charge, and I have a red cord, so that way I can find it easily in the black car, in the black of the night, to plug into my black phone. Having a nice bright color cord helps. Plug it in. This little screen comes on. It allows you to transmit from Bluetooth on your phone. So your phone Bluetooths to this, and this transmits on FM channels. Some of these are really crappy. This one's pretty good. And I found that if I transmitted 100.9 FM, that seems to be the good sweet spot for being able to transmit from this to the radio in the car. And then I just listen to 100.9 on the radio at work, and I can play anything from my phone on the radio in the squad, which is great, especially on midnights. I can listen to podcasts with this. I can listen to my tunes if I want with this. Anything I want to do if I want to stream it from my phone into the car, just like if you had an aux jack or a Bluetooth. Now, these aren't perfect. None of them are, but this is about the best one that I found. This is also part of the giveaway, and it's something I'm throwing in there. No company's sending this out your way. I'm sending this out your way because I really like this product. And I think anybody that's a cop out on the street that's stuck with a car like mine that doesn't have an aux jack and doesn't have Bluetooth, which most of them don't, they're going to love this. Finally, we're going to talk about duty bags. The duty bag that I am currently using at work, and the one that I recommend everyone else, is 911 Gear's duty bag. I think this is the 5th generation duty bag, and as you can see, what sets this one apart from the one that your department might give you for free and issue you, and the ones that you get really cheap at most stores, is that it has MOLLE webbing pretty much all the way around it, which means you can attach and set this up any way you want. So if you're like me, you just want to stick pens and stuff on the front, you can do that. You want to put your go bag on the front and attach on a big panel on the front, you can do that. You want to put a big medical bag on the side, you can do that. If you want to take your gloves and get a glove holder and attach it to the top, you can do that. It's got big compartments on the inside of it as well. It's got a huge Velcro field on the top where you can put all your favorite patches and stuff. It's got a couple different straps to be able to hold this up onto the headline or onto the headrest of your car, so that you can get to all of your doodads on the inside of it. See the strap there? You attach that up on your car. It's got lots of space in here, enough, more than enough to keep all your big binders and stuff and ticket book pads and stuff. It zips up to close up so you don't spill this all over when you're moving it from car to car. It's everything the duty bag that anyone would be issued is not. Another great solution for a duty bag, if you don't like having this big square thing, or if you have to walk a distance to your car, or if you get to just leave your stuff in your car, which a lot of people do. I'm jealous of all of you, by the way. Is one of these seat back duty bags. What this is a flat panel, and you can load this with all your stuff and attach it onto the headrest of your car, and it just sits on the seat, and you leave it there, and then you have room for your cooler or bag or whatever else sitting in front of it. This is also a great solution. This is a Law Pro bag. Pretty sure I got this from Galls a while ago. I'll put a link to all this stuff down in the description. This is awesome for people that have their car and don't have to share their car, or they get a take-home car and they're just going to leave their stuff in it all the time, because you can keep all your paperwork and non-vital things you're not worried about somebody stealing in this, and then have another bag with stuff you might be worried about somebody stealing, or your lunch or whatever else sitting in front of it, either strapped to this or strapped around the seat. So you're not having to carry stuff in and out of the house, in and out of the station that you don't have to. It's a good solution as well. By the way, the 911 Gear duty bag, we're giving one of these away. The KM18 color FM from Bluetooth transmitter, we're giving one of these away. The 221B Max Drive vest, we're giving that away as well. And since I know everybody's going to have problems with their back at some point, we're giving away a 911 Gear set of their tactical suspenders, the newest versions of them. This stuff should keep you pretty comfortable and pretty organized if you're just getting into law enforcement or if you're looking to upgrade and be more comfortable when you're out on the street. So here's how you enter. You want to win all this stuff? We're going to have one winner. I know that was confusing last time for people. One winner is going to win all of this stuff. You have to be in the US or Canada. You're welcome, all my Canadian viewers. And you have to go down in the description, and I don't want you to talk about these items. I want you to tell me what I'm missing. What's one piece of equipment that police departments are not issuing that every cop needs? Put a comment down in the description. Every comment is an entry, and we're going to run this for 30 days again, so we can have thousands and thousands and thousands of entries for me to dig through in order to pick a winner. And in 30 days, we'll come back, we'll do a live stream over on the Instagram page. It's Tommy_Free Field Training, and we'll pick a winner and post it up on YouTube so everybody can see who won. And one lucky winner in the US or Canada, as long as all this stuff is legal to ship to you, which I don't see why it wouldn't be, we'll ship it off to you, and you'll get to be a lot more organized and a lot more comfortable out on the street. Hey, thanks for watching Free Field Training on YouTube. While you're here, check out one of our other videos, or head on over to Patreon and see how you can get your name put on the videos like these folks. Or you can check out my Instagram feed. There's a link down in the description where you can catch live streams of me rapping while drinking coffee and eating a donut. Later. Hey, thanks for watching Free Field Training on YouTube. While you're here, check out one of our other videos, or head on over to Patreon and see how you can get your name put on the videos like these folks. Or you can check out my Instagram feed. There's a link down in the description where you can catch live streams of me rapping while drinking coffee and eating a donut. Later.